And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mickey Mantle World Series here at Waterbury Municipal Stadium. Game 1 of 5 here played today, and it's the defending champs from 2018, the Michigan Bulls, in action today to take on the kids from Colorado, CC Armor. And a little late jump on the broadcast, but Johnny Houghton, the leadoff hitter for CC Armor, just drew a walk. So CC Armor has runners on first to begin this game. And that one's low in the dirt. Two-0 pitch. That one's up high. So the starting pitcher on the side of the Michigan Bulls is Grant Rising. And this Michigan Bulls team got a big win yesterday against South Troy up at Fusenich Park at Torrington. They are 1-0 in pool play, and if they could get a win here, they would more than likely lock up a spot in the double elimination bracket. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and that one's high. So Jeremiah Sanchez draws a walk, and back-to-back walk for this CC Armor team. That one's over the hard play of the first strike. Casey Wood, the center fielder. As that one's over the plate for a strike. O2 now is Rising is ahead in the count on Casey Wood. And cut on and missed strike 3. So Grant Rising goes back after walking the first 2. Strikes out Casey Wood. That one's in there for a strike. Trevor Moore, who is on the mound today. As that one's low in the dirt. And that's cut back and miss. So Trevor Moore looking to help his own cause out here today. 1-2 pitch, as that one is low for a ball. The 2-2 pitch, and that one's dribbled foul. The 2-2 pitch, cut on and missed, strike 3. So Grant Rising, after walking the first 2, comes back with back-to-back strikeouts. So Derek Lukes, who's behind the plate today, looking to try and extend this inning and get these kids from Colorado on the board first. I want to thank all the fans who are tuning in from Colorado. It's currently floating around 6:42 Mountain Time, 8:42 early start here in Waterbury, Connecticut at Municipal Stadium. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball misses high. We saw an absolute thriller of a game here last night where the Ponce Cyclones, the Puerto Rico representative in this tournament, took on the host team Overlook Black Sox, and Ponce did not have a hit in that ball game. They got no hit, and they won the game 2-1 off 3 errors. As ranging over and making the catch in foul territory is Blake Salmon. So after walking the first 2, Grant Rising retires the next 3. Bottom of the first coming up, Michigan, the defending champs, coming to bat. The defending Mickey Mantle World Series champions coming to bat, the Michigan Bulls, who had an unbelievable run in last year's tournament, sweeping through the entire thing, not losing a game. And when they got to the championship game, they did have to get beat twice, but they took on the host team, the Overlook Black Sox, and swept them, giving them the 2018 Mickey Mantle World Series crown. Enrique Gutierrez was named the tournament's most valuable player. And once again, the Michigan Bulls are back again for some more fun. Since the Mickey Mantle World Series has been in Waterbury since 2016, the Michigan Bulls are the only champions to come back the next year. The only other team that did that was the Tennessee Knights, who won it in 2016 and then made an appearance back in 2017. However, did not make the double elimination portion of the tournament. But with a win here, Michigan would more than likely lock up a spot as they were victorious over South Troy, another return from last year. 3-2 yesterday up at Fusenich Park, and if they could get a victory here in the early morning game, they would be sitting at 2-0 in pool play, would be looking almost at a guaranteed spot into the double elimination tournament. Jacob Yarberry at the second baseman to lead things off for the Bulls. Cut on a missed strike 2. And cut on a missed strike 3. So Trevor Moore makes quick work of the leadoff hitter Yarberry and gets him swinging for strike 3. So Aiden Arbo, the center fielder for this Michigan team. The 1-0 pitch, cut on a missed strike two. And that misses outside. The CC Armor team did fall yesterday. They had to play the early morning game up at Fusenage Park yesterday, where they fell to the other Connecticut team in this tournament, the Wolcott Storm. So for CC Armor, almost a must-win scenario. Is be very difficult and near impossible to get into the double elimination side of things with 2 losses, but we have seen it before. And that slapped the other way to left center field, giving Trace, and that one is going to roll all the way out to the wall in left field. Rounding second, heading for third is Aiden Arborough. The throw-in is not in time, and it's a 1-out triple for Aiden Arborough. And the Michigan Bulls have the go-ahead run standing 90 feet away. So Hunter Osborne has a chance to do some damage here. As the breaking ball drops inside, infield all around the diamond for the CC Armor team. That one's in there for a strike. And the throw over to third had him leading and not in time. Well, Aiden Arborough was leaning towards home plate, and a good move by Trevor Moore, who had a close play over there at third base. The 0-2 pitch, and that one is high. So Blake Salomon, the catcher, waiting in on deck. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball skips in the dirt. Jam-packed day here at Waterbury Municipal Stadium. This is one of 5 games to be played at this venue today. And that one's outside. And he walked him. So a 1-out walk is going to put runners at the corners with 1 out. So Blake Salomon doing the catching today, stepping up with a chance to do some damage as the Michigan Bulls are in striking distance. That ball misses outside, and of course the format of this Mickey Mantle World Series tournament. 3 pools of 4 teams, totaling 12 teams for the tournament. You play everybody in your pool 1 time, and the top 2 teams from each pool move on to the double elimination, also known as winner's bracket, where 6 teams will play double elimination style baseball until we are crowned a 2019 Mickey Mantle World Series champion. 1-0 pitch to Salomon, cut on a missed strike 1. As mentioned before, this Michigan Bulls team defending their crown, the 2018 Mickey Mantle World Series champs. With a win today, could quite almost guarantee a spot in the double elimination bracket. The 1-1 pitch, and he pops that one up. Derek Lukes with some room to work, and he makes the catch. A big out there by Trevor Moore as he got Blake Salvin to pop up for the second out of the inning. So Camden Smith, who's over at third base today, trying to drive home the first run of this ball game. A big swing through that one, strike one. And time is called in the box. The 0-1 is in their first strike, now 0-2. So Camden Smith looking to keep this inning alive. The 0-2 pitch. A breaking ball that misses in. The 1-2 from Moore. That one misses outside. Good stop by Derek Lukes behind the plate. Two-two pitch. That misses outside. So Hunter Osborne's going to get a head start over there at first base on the pitch. With Aiden Arbo on third, Hunter Osborne on first. Three-two pitch. Got him looking, strike three. So the Michigan Bulls leave runners on the corners as Trevor Moore pitches out of a jam. Top of the second. Coming up, we're still scoreless. Six, seven, eight due up for CC Armor. It'll be River Jackson, the shortstop, to lead things off here in the top of the second. That one misses high. And last inning, Casey Rising, first two batters were walks, and then he retired the next three with a big bounce back. So both teams in the first inning left two runners on base. The 1-1 pitch, as that one misses upstairs. Again, we want to thank the viewers from Colorado. As we know, it's just about to be 7 o'clock Mountain Time, so getting up nice and early to watch these kids from Colorado play. That one's up high. So 3-1 is the count on River Jackson. The 3-1 pitch. Over the plate for a strike. The 3-2 pitch from Rising, and that one misses high, another walk. So the third walk allowed thus far by Casey Rising. So Xander Reese, the first baseman, steps in. That's back-to-back innings where Rising has allowed a leadoff walk. And check on him at first. The 1-0 pitch. That one misses upstairs for a ball. It's a 2-0. Upstairs, ball 3. Ethan Lewis in the 8-hole waiting in on deck. Another check over at first base. And Rising is in danger of, in back-to-back innings, walking the first two batters. 3-0 pitch, and he does just that. High fastball misses for ball 4. And once again, the first two men are in the inning are on. So Ethan Lewis, who's at third base today in a big spot, 2 on with nobody out, the same situation they had in the top of the first inning. And he squares the bunt, pulls it back for strike 1. The 0-1 squares a bunt, and it's called a strike again. Now 0-2. And time is called. Joe Mellon on deck, and then back to the top of the order, and Johnny Houghton, if we do get there. The 0-2 from Rising. Cut on a miss, strike 3, ball in the dirt. And with that strikeout, River Jackson's going to head down to third base. Xander Reese stays put. But the third strikeout of the day for Grant Rising. And it's the first out of the inning. So Joe Mellon, who is at second base in the 9-hole. And time is called. That's actually a On that last strikeout, a heads-up play behind the plate by Blake Salomon, knowing that because the base was occupied, that he did not have to throw down to first base on a strikeout swinging in the dirt. But regardless, River Jackson still did take third base, so runners at the corners, 1 out, still in a scoreless ball game in the top of the second inning. And another check over at first base. And he squares around a bunt, pulls it back, ball 1. One 0 pitch. And that's going to be a strike. A late steal over at first base by Xander Reese, but he's going to get there without a throw. So now CC Armour has 2 runners in scoring position, still only 1 out in this inning. One pitch, and a breaking ball that misses down, and they got him in a rundown at third base. The throw is going to be in time. He hung on to the ball. And a collision over there at third base by River Jackson and Camden Smith. And I believe there was a missed sign because River Jackson made a mad dart down the third baseline. And Joe Mellon didn't turn around to squeeze. I think it was a missed suicide squeeze call. But now they lose the runner at third. 2-1 count, and there's 2 outs in the inning. So a missed suicide squeeze call at the plate. Two-one pitch now. That's high for ball 3. However, there still is a runner on second base in Xander Reese. But an ideal situation for this Colorado team. Now they're a couple pitches away from this inning being over. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fouled back now, 3-2. Three-two pitch, and that misses ball 4, so the inning will continue. We're back up to the top of the order. So Johnny Houghton, who was walked back in the first inning. So that one misses in the dirt. The 1-0 pitch is grounded to the left side. Camden Smith is going to just tag the runner at third, and that will retire the side. The Michigan Bulls, with a missed call by the CC Armour team, catch a huge break and get out of a pretty tight jam. Bottom of the second coming up. We're still scoreless here at Municipal Stadium. Bottom of the second coming up. It'll be the 6, 7, 8. Nate Walagora, the first baseman, stepping in for the Bulls. That one misses high. So Colorado in back-to-back innings, leaving 2 runners on base, actually 2 runners in scoring position to end the inning. And a missed suicide squeeze sign cost them a run and cost them pretty much the inning. And we still have scoreless baseball here at the bottom of the second inning. That one's over the plate for a strike. Grant Rising has a chance to help out his own cause. He's waiting on deck. Two-one pitch. That's in the dirt for a ball. And he did not hold his swing, strike 2. 3-2 pitch. In there for strike 3 looking. The third strikeout of the morning for Trevor Moore as he sits down the first batter of the inning. Grant Rising, who has gotten out of 2 jams this far on the pitching side of things, still has not given up a hit yet. And comes to the plate for the first time and sees ball 1. Right down the heart of the plate for strike 1. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball on the corner for strike 2. Alex Forey, the right fielder, waits in on deck. The 1-2 pitch. Cut on and missed strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Trevor Moore and 2 quick outs for the CC Armor team. It's the 4th strikeout of the morning for Trevor Moore. First pitch is in there for a strike looking. And Nate Kane, then the 9-hole waiting in on deck, and then if we do get there, back up to the top of the order. The 0-1 pitch. That misses high, ball 1. The 1-1 offering misses outside. Two 1 pitch. Cut on a missed strike 2. The 2-2 pitch. Cut on a missed strike 3. So Trevor Moore strikes out the side in this bottom half of the second inning. 2 innings of play down here at Waterbury Municipal Stadium. Still scoreless. Top of the third coming up next. 2, 3, 4 spot in the order coming up for CC Armor, Jeremiah Sanchez will be stepping in. Who walked back in the first inning is Grant Riesing, still out for his third inning of work. As the 1-0 catches the outside corner for a strike. One pitch. Cut on a missed strike two. One-two pitch. Cut on a missed strike three. Fourth strikeout of the morning from Grant Riesing. And he fans Jeremiah Sanchez for the first out of the inning. Casey Wood, who was a strikeout victim back in the first inning. That's up high for a ball. And that hit him. So ran inside and got the elbow there of Casey Wood. So one out runner on first, and the pitcher Trevor Moore coming to the plate. That one misses up. Well, last night in the nightcap here between the Ponce Cyclones, the Puerto Rico representative, taking on the Overlook Black Sox, we saw a wild game with an extraordinary finish. Puerto Rico was no hit in that ball game and still won the game. Because of Overlook's 3 errors, they scored 2 runs, and the bottom of the 5th inning ended up winning 2-1. So Overlook, the host team, threw a no-hitter against the Ponce Cyclones, and they still did not come out victorious. It was a wild game here to wrap up the first day of the Mickey Mantle World Series. And now a full slate of games here today. This is game 1 of 5 that will be played here at Waterbury Municipal Stadium. Also, games going on at Muzzy Field in Bristol and Fusenich Park in Torrington. That's a ground ball to shortstop Osborne, to second for 1 and no throw on to first. So they get the force out at second for out number 2. But that is now back-to-back years where we've seen a no-hitter at the Mickey Mantle World Series, as in 2018 South Troy threw a combined no-hitter on the very first game played here at Municipal Stadium. And then last night we saw the Overlook Black Sox, even though they were not victorious, throw a combined no-hitter against the Ponce Cyclones. So Derek Lukes, who fouled out his first time up, and a breaking ball that misses high. And check over to first. One pitch is in the dirt and it gets away from Salmon, as Trevor Moore's going to head down to second base. So the first run of the ball game is standing in scoring position now for CC Armor. And big cut on a miss there, strike two. Two balls, two strikes, two out. Here comes the pitch. Cut on and miss, strike three. Strikeout number 5 on the morning for Grant Riesing. And another man left on base. That's 5 that Colorado has left on base. So bottom of the third coming up. Michigan looking to strike first. Still scoreless here at Municipal Stadium. (9-1-2) due up for this Michigan Bulls team. Nate Kane, a left fielder, and then back up to the top of the order. So bottom of the third inning, no scores. There's only been one hit in this ball game so far. Came back in the bottom of the first when Aiden Arbor had a triple that rode out to the left center field gap. But that's been all the offense produced today. Trevor Moore still on the mound, who struck out the side back in the bottom of the second inning. So that one misses the outside corner. The 2-0 pitch, that one misses high. So now 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk to start off the bottom half of the third inning as Nate Kane will trot down to first base. So Jacob Yarberry, who was a strikeout victim in the bottom of the first inning. And he squares the bunt. That one misses low. Throw down to first is not going to be in time. So Derek Luke's keeping an eye over there on Nate Kane. And he squares again to bunt, and that one misses high. Two-0 pitch. That one's over the heart of the plate for a strike. The 2-1 pitch, he squares around a bump but fouls it back into the fence. So 2-2 to the leadoff hitter, Jake Yarberry. Two-two pitch. That's high and tight, ball 3. Aiden Arborough, who has the only hit of this ball game, standing in on deck. Three-two pitch. And that one's skied high in the air, as Ethan Lewis is ranging over at third base, and he makes the catch. For the first out of the inning, a big punch out there. So Aiden Arborough, who as mentioned has the only hit of this ball game, where he had a opposite field triple that rolled all the way to the fence back in the first inning. But that has been it on either side. Only one hit between the two teams. Still a scoreless ball game here in the bottom of the third inning. He takes a big cut through that one, strike one. As the 0-1, and he saws this one to center field. Under it in center field is Casey Wood for the second out of the inning. So a loud out there from Aiden Arborough, but 2 quick outs and Hunter Osborne coming to the plate. So Osborne, who walked back in that first inning. And the runner goes. Here's the throw down to second base. It is not in time, as he kind of fumbled the ball. So Nate Kane swipes second base. And with 2 outs, the Bulls have a runner in scoring position. And time is called. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we are all over social media. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Mickey Mantle World Series to see highlights and scores and updates around the tournament throughout the week here of the 3 different venues at Municipal Stadium here in Waterbury, Muzzy Field in Bristol, Connecticut, and Fusenage Park in Torrington, Connecticut. The 3 venues and sites that will be used throughout the week here. The 1-1 pitch, and breaking ball misses outside. As the double elimination part of this tournament will get started tomorrow. By midway through tomorrow, we will have concluded pool play, and 6 teams will be remaining in the Mickey Mantle World Series. As he shoots that one to the right side, tailing foul. But as mentioned before, 12 teams total in this Mickey Mantle World Series, 3 pools of 4 teams. So you play everybody in your pool 1 time for 3 first-round games. And then the top 2 teams from each pool move on. So the 6 teams moving on to the double elimination side of this bracket. And we will play double elimination style baseball until we are crowned a 2019 Mickey Mantle World Series champion. 2-2 pitch to Osborne, and a breaking ball right back to the mound. Fields it on a hop, and a wild throw, but still able to reel that in was Xander Reese. that will retire the side. 3 innings played here at Waterbury Municipal Stadium. We're still scoreless heading into the top of the 4th. Three innings have played here in Game 1 of this Thursday afternoon as we are scoreless through 3 innings as CC Armor still looking for their first hit of the ball game. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 spot with River Jackson, the shortstop, to lead things off. And cut on a miss. Jackson walked back in the second inning, and he was actually on third base when the CC Armor had the missed suicide squeeze call, and he got picked off at third, which looked like a very promising inning where they had runners on second and third, nobody out, or excuse me, 1 out, and they couldn't get a run across. They missed the suicide squeeze call, and Reesing got out of another inning unscathed as Jackson swings through that pitch for strike 1. The 1-2 as he slaps that one to right center field. Coming in and under it is Aiden Arbo for the first out of the inning. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, following the conclusion of this game, do not exit this broadcast link. We will have post-game interviews with the winning players and the winning coach. So when the game ends, stay live on this link as we will have live interviews from the winning players and coaches right up here in the press box. That ball misses high. As Xander Reese, he also walked back in that second inning and was stranded at second base. And squares around to bunt. That one misses outside. .3-0 pitch. That catches the inside corner. We saw a pitching duel last night in the nightcap between Puerto Rico and Overlook, and looking like the same thing here today. As both pitchers have been fairly locked in as Rising skips that one in the dirt. So a walk for Xander Reese, 1 out, runner at first base. And Ethan Lewis coming to the plate. And that got a piece of him. I think it actually ricocheted off the ear flap of his helmet. And Blake Salomon shaking up on the play. So Salomon, who, again, the ball looked like it was deflected off the helmet of Ethan Lewis, and I think got a piece of Salomon behind the plate. It looks like he's going to be okay. More than likely take a couple of warm-up pitches here, just to make sure he's good. But now for CC Armour, you once again have 2 runners on with 1 out. So Joel Mellon with the top of the order due up, and CC Armour is sitting in a pretty good situation here. The 0-1 pitch, and that one's fouled back. Now they're again going to check on Salomon. So I'm not sure if that last foul ball got a piece of him as well. And I believe it's this head coach signal over for some water, as you can see. With the temperature today expected to be very warm, as Blake Salmon just getting some water. And of course, with the catcher's gear on and the heat like it is supposed to be today, hydration is extremely important. So Salomon's good to go. But CC Armour, they are for sure in striking distance. But Joel Mellon has a 0-2 count right now with 1 out at the top of the 4th inning. The 0-2 pitch, runners are going to take off, strikeout. Here's the throw down the third. It's not in time. So Mellon does strike out, but both runners advance. So now CC Armour has runners at second and third with 2 outs, and Johnny Houghton, their top of the order, due up. And time is called. So similar to back in the 2nd inning, CC Armour again has runners on second and third. And slapped to the left side, a diving play over at third base. The long throw is in time. Camden Smith with a diving play over at third base, and quite possibly just took 2 runs off the board for CC Armour. Caden Smith, unbelievable play at third, keeps this game scoreless. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Michigan coming to bat. So Blake Solomon, who has been kind of taking a beating behind home plate today defensively, is going to lead things off 4-5-6. Due up for Michigan here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Still a scoreless ball game. There's only been one hit combined for both teams. So that one's over the plate for a strike. Salomon, fouled out to the catcher in the bottom of the first inning. The 0-1 pitch. That skips in the dirt, ball 1. So that's the second time where CC Armour has left runners on second and third to end the inning. They did it back in the second, and then they just did it in the fourth again. So CC Armour through the 4 innings has left 7 base runners on, and still has not even scratched a run across. And there's a shot to center field, ranging back. And making the catch out there is Casey Wood for out number 1. It's Camden Smith, who just saw a little while ago make a fantastic diving play over at third base, practically taking 2 runs off the board from the CC Armour team. Nathan Walagore waits in on deck as Camden Smith struck out looking back in the first inning. And that one misses outside. And so far in pool play, Michigan, after getting a big win yesterday, 3-2 over South Troy, is 1-0 in pool play. And of course, CC Armour dropping to Wolcott Storm, so they're 0-1. So really, if you're looking at it, CC Armour in a almost must-win scenario here. That one's low. Where Michigan, if they could sneak out a win today, they would more than likely lock up a spot in the double elimination bracket. The 2-1 pitch, and he chops that one over to shortstop. Cut off by Ethan Lewis. The throw on to first is in time. So a quick 2 outs for Trevor Moore on the hill. So Nathan Walagore, who also struck out looking back in the second inning, where Trevor Moore struck out the side. Breaking ball misses high. The 1-0 breaking ball misses up. Grant Riesing, who's throwing one heck of a ball game here today, waiting in on deck. That's over the plate for a strike. Two 2-1 pitch. Cut on a missed strike 2. Two pitch. Got him swinging strike 3. So another 1-2-3 inning for Trevor Moore. And the pitching duel continues here in Game 1 here at the Mickey Mantle World Series for Day 2. Top of the 5th, coming up. CC Armour still looking for their first of the day. 2-3-4 due up for CC Armor, Jeremiah Sanchez, who squares the bunt but misses that time. Grant Reising, has thrown 4 innings of no-hit baseball here today. And that one misses low. Jeremiah Sanchez walked back in the first inning and then struck out swinging in the third. As he shoots that one out to right field, chasing that one back is Forey, and he's unable to make the catch. It drops in. So he looked under it, but he just couldn't get a glove on it out there in right field. And that's going to drop in. Still waiting for official rule on that last play. And they're going to rule it a hit. So that is the first hit of the ball game for CC Armor as Jeremiah Sanchez singles out to right field. So Casey Wood, who struck out and then was hit by a pitch in the third inning. So now each team has 1 hit in this ball game, and that is it. Triple from Aiden Arbo for Michigan, and then the single you just saw from Jeremiah Sanchez to throw down to first is not in time. The 1-2 pitch. And breaking ball misses high. And a check over there at first base, not in time. As Grant Reising had Jeremiah Sanchez leaning over there at first base, but just getting back in the nick of time. Two-two pitch, and he bunts again right back to the mound. Reising comes off and kind of fumbled it, and he beat it out. So Grant Reising tried to field the bunt, fumbled it a little bit in his glove, and Casey Wood was able to beat it out. And very odd to see the bunt still on with 2 strikes in that at bat, but he got it right back to the pitcher. Grant Reising fumbled it in his glove a little bit. And just like that, CC Armor has runners on first and second with nobody out, and Trevor Moore, the pitcher, at the plate. He squares the bunt, and that one's in the dirt. Good stop by Salomon. So Trevor Moore with a chance to help out his own cause here. A little pitch, and there for strike 1. The 1-1 cut on and missed at the low fastball, strike 2. The 1-2 pitch. And a breaking ball misses high. So 2-2 pitch coming up here from Reising. Cut on and miss, strike 3. High outside fastball gets Moore swinging for the first out of the inning. So with Derek Luke's up, you wonder if the small ball mentality is still in the minds for CC Armor, with runners on first and second with one out. He takes that fastball high. Luke's followed by the shortstop River Jackson on deck. Check back at second. One 0 pitch, and the runners take off, and it's fouled back. So we saw the double steal work in Colorado's favor earlier in the game. It was set on again. As Sean Gallagher is going to take a walk out to the mound, and his guy Grant Riesing has been throwing unbelievable baseball. But a hit to right field that Forey couldn't track down, and a bobble on the mound by Grant Riesing. And CC Armor has runners on first and second, one out, still in a scoreless ball game. And both pitchers today, with Riesing and Trevor Moore, have been absolutely outstanding. 3 hits combined to the game. 2 on the side for CC Armor, and 1 for this Michigan Bulls team. Lukes, who fouled out back in the first and then struck out swinging in the third inning. 1-1 pitch. And he fouls that one out of play, strike 2. The 1-2 pitch and another check at second base. One-two pitch. And curveball's in the dirt. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and 2 runners on for CC Armor. And that one misses outside. Now 3-2. Three-two pitch, runners going, cut on a miss, strike 3. The throw down to third is not in time. So they do strike out Derek Lukes, but the runners do advance. So Jeremiah Sanchez is on third, Casey on second. And for a third straight time today, the CC Armor has 2 runners in scoring position. That one's high and tight. River Jackson was walked back in the second inning and then flew out to center field in the fourth. That one misses outside. Xander Reese waiting in on deck. That one skips in the dirt, ball 2. Excuse me, ball 3. So 3-0 is the count here on River Jackson, and Riesing is 1 pitch away from loading the bases. 3-0 pitch. That misses inside, ball 4, and the bases will be loaded with 2 down. As Sean Gallagher is going to make another walk out to the mound, and I believe this is going to be the afternoon for Riesing. It is. As a new pitcher coming in for the Michigan Bulls, bases loaded for CC Armour with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. So Nathan Walagora has moved from first base and is on the mound here to try and get out of this inning unscathed here. Still a scoreless ball game, top of the 5th inning, with CC Armour having runners at 2nd and 3rd, 2 down. And Xander Reese, who has walked twice in this game, in the 2nd and in the 4th. That one's low. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you have the all-access Boxcast pass for the tournament, there's 2 games currently streaming live at Muzzy Field and at Fusenich Park that you can tune into on our main channel. And there will be games streamed live all day at all 3 sites, where if you purchase the $20 all-access pass, you will be able to watch each and every game played at all 3 venues throughout the next couple days. Nate Walagora now, his 1-1 pitch coming home, as that one misses outside. So the bases are loaded, as the go-ahead run for CC Armour standing 90 feet away. 2-1 pitch. And that misses outside. So a 3-1 count as Walagora is one pitch away from walking in the first run of this ball game. Three-one pitch. That catches the outside corner. So now the runners all across the diamond are going to get a head start. 3-2, 2 outs, and CC Armour has them loaded. 3-2 pitch. Misses high, ball 4, and he walks in a run. As Jeremiah Sanchez comes in to score, and here in the top of the 5th inning, we have the first run of the ball game. That's Xander Reese's 3rd walk on the afternoon. It'll be Ethan Lewis up to the plate, who swings through that one. The 0-1 pitch. That one misses outside. One pitch. That one misses upstairs. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, cut on and fouled back, strike 2. Two pitch, cut on and missed, strike 3. And that will retire the side, but CC Armour, they strike first in this ball game. They walk in and run. Bottom 5 coming up. Michigan Bulls trailing by 1. Trevor Moore still out on the mound for this CC Armour team, as he now has a 1-run lead to work with here. As the 7-8-9 due up for Michigan, Grant Riesing, who started this game and was phenomenal. However, that earned run does go against him, so CC Armour leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. This Michigan Bulls team still only has one hit on the morning. And that one's in there for strike one. And that's in there for strike two. So the 1-2 pitch coming from Moore. And that misses low. As mentioned before, Michigan Bulls with a win yesterday are 1-0 currently in pool play, where CC Armour, after losing to the Wilkett Storm, pretty much in a must-win scenario here as he gets the curveball on the inside corner, strike three. So Grant Rising goes down looking for the first out of the inning. Trevor Moore has been marvelous. And swings for that one, Alex Forey, who was a strikeout victim back in the second inning. The 1-1 pitch from Moore, as that one misses outside. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, along with the live stream, you could also get the Game Changer app, an app that gives you live updates on each and every play that happens at the Mickey Mantle World Series throughout all games played at each and every venue. Download the Game Changer app and follow the Mickey Mantle World Series tournament. 2-2 pitch is on the outside corner for strike three. So back-to-back punch-outs for Trevor Moore. His 8th strikeout of the afternoon, and he has just been dealing. So Nate Kane, the 9-hitter, due up. As he sees a fastball, strike one. So Nate Kane, who is only at bat in the third inning, walked. Time is called. And that one misses inside. With the top of the order, and Jacob Yarberry waiting in on deck. Two-one pitch. That one misses outside. So 3-1 now, the count to Nate Kane. A big cut through that one, strike two. Three-two pitch. It's fouled back. We'll do it again. Three-two pitch. Got him looking, strike three. He struck out the side for the second time today, and Trevor Moore, strikeout number 9, leaves Michigan still scoreless. We're through 5 innings of play here, as CC Armour still clinging to a 1-0 lead. So Joe Mallon, the 9-1-2, due up for CC Armor, still clinging to a one-run lead, which is, in theory, a must-win game for them here in round 2 of pool play. So it'll be Mellon and then back up to the top of the order, and Johnny Houghton and Jeremiah Sanchez. As there is action in the CC Armor bullpen, as Xander Reese, who is the first baseman, is getting loose down in the bullpen. One pitch. And this is outside. Two one pitch. That one's going to be fouled out of play. Mellon back in the second inning, walked, and in the fourth, struck out swinging. 2-2 pitch. Cut on and missed strike 3. So Nate Wallagora gets his first strikeout of the morning. And things will head back to the top of the order. So top of the order now up for Houghton as he fouls that one back.
Was on last year and the number started decreasing. Wasn't it?
Houghton, who walked in the first, grounded into a fielder's choice in the second, and then grounded out to short back in the fourth. As that one goes way over everything into the backstop. A 3-1 pitch. And there for strike 2. Jeremiah Sanchez, who scored the only run of this ball game, waiting in on deck. 3-2 pitch. That's high, ball 4. So Jeremiah Sanchez, who did single in the 5th inning, so has one of the 2 CC Armor hits in this game, and also has the only run scored of this game. As he takes that pitch in there for a strike. Check over to first base. That one misses outside. It's now 1-1. And outside, ball 2. Two-one offering. And that's up high, ball 3. With Casey Wood, the 3-hitter, waiting in on deck. And low in the dirt ball four. So back-to-back walks by Wallagora. And now we're going to have a mound visit. So once again, CC Armor, pretty good scenario here. They have runners on first and second, speed around the bases, and Casey Wood coming to the plate. CC Armor still holds a 1-0 lead in this ball game. So Casey Wood coming to the plate after the mound visit. And he fouls that one back. Wood, who struck out in the first, was hit by a pitch in the third, and then singled back in the fifth inning. So that one's thrown behind him. The 1-1 pitch. That's on the outside corner, strike two. So now 1-2, the count on Casey Wood. One-two pitch. Breaking ball misses high, and that's going to get to the backstop. So Johnny Houghton's going to head down to third, Jeremiah Sanchez to second. And now two runners in scoring position now for CC Armor. Two pitch. That's going to skip in the dirt, and able to keep it in front of him there was Blake Salomon. And with that stop, more than likely just took a run off the board. Three-two pitch. And that's going to be low in the dirt ball four. So the bases are going to be loaded. With Trevor Moore, the pitcher, coming to the plate. And a big spot here to give himself a pretty decent cushion with one swing of the bat. Trevor Moore, who's been throwing a phenomenal baseball game on the mound. 9 Ks. As he takes ball one high. Moore struck out in the first, grounded to a fielder's choice in the third, and then struck out again in the fifth. The 1-0 pitch. That misses high. There is now action in the Michigan Bulls bullpen. 2-0 pitch. And that one's going to skip from the dirt and get away from him, and another run's going to come to the plate. Johnny Houghton's going to come in to score off the wild pitch. And CC Armour now has a 2-0 lead. Ball that bounced about 5 feet in front of the catcher, Blake Salmon. And now Salmon's going to take a walk out to the mound. So Trevor Moore still at the plate, the 3-0 pitch, and it runs inside and hits him. And that, once again, is going to load the bases. So Derek Luke's now up with the bases loaded and still only one man down. That runs inside, ball one. Again runs inside. Waligora really losing command of the strike zone in this top half of the 6th inning. Two 2-0 pitch. That skips in the dirt. Now 3-0. And inside, ball 4, and he walked in another run. So another run's going to come in, and Coach Gallagher is going to head out to the mound, and I think that's going to be the game for Waligora. It is. Pitching change coming up is CC Armour has walked in another run, 3-0 lead for the kids from Colorado. Pitching change for the Bulls coming up. Johnny Ray, the new pitcher for the Bulls, who is in quite the situation. Bases loaded, only one out. And River Jackson coming up. So CC Armour still has a 2-0 lead in this game. As Jackson fouls that one out of play. The 0-2 pitch. Cut on and missed strike three. So Ray comes in and does not miss a beat. 3-pitch strikeout for the second out of the inning. So Xander Reese, the 8th batter of the inning. He is 0 for 0. He has walked 3 times today. As that one skips away, and that's going to get by him, and another run's going to come in to score. Casey Wood crosses the plate, and it's a 3-0 lead. That one misses upstairs. Two up. That's up high. Bottom of the 6th inning here, and the Michigan Bulls have cut into this lead. It's 4-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning with the tying run at the plate. Blake Salomon, who is 0 for 2 today, but in a big spot here with 2 runners in scoring position, nobody out. Salomon, who is 0 for 2 on the afternoon, fouled out in the 1st inning and flew out to center field in the 4th. The 3-1 pitch. That one catches the outside corner. Three-two pitch. Fouled back. We'll do it again. Three-two pitch. Cut on and missed strike 3. So he went back to the outside corner, and Xander Reese able to fan Blake Salomon there. So Reese with a big strikeout and a good block behind home plate there from Derek Lukes. Well, it was a pitching duel through 5, and in the 6th inning, the offense has come out for sure as CC Armour scored 3 runs in the top of the 3rd inning, and the Bulls scored 1 here in the bottom of the 6th and are looking for more. The 1-1. That's going to be outside ball 2. And time is called, and then we're going to have a meeting on the mound. And as we mentioned before, this Michigan Bulls team was victorious in Game 1 as they got a 3-2 victory over the South Troy Dodgers. So they are currently 1-0 in pool play, where CC Armour, they lost Game 1 to the Wilkins Storm. So in a sense, this is a must-win game. A pitching change is going to be made, though, as Cody Troublehorn coming on in relief for CC Armour. Cody Trebellhorn is in relief for CC Armor, but is in a big spot here. That one is up high. So Camden Smith, who has had an unbelievable defensive play earlier in this game, steps up, and he walked him. So that's going to put the tying run on base, as the bases are now loaded with one out. And a guy who came into relief not too long ago for this Bulls team, Nathan Wallagore, stepping in. So 1-1, bases loaded here, and Michigan down by 3. That's a ground ball to the right side, fielded. They get one at second. The throw on to first is in time, an inning-ending double play. And Sean Gallagher is furious. He thought for sure that he was going to be safe at first. But what about that? Michigan Bulls with the tying run on, and they ground into an inning-ending double play and get nothing out of it. 7th inning coming up. CC Armor, maybe the biggest play of the day, taking a 3-run lead into the 7th inning. So with the bases loaded, with one out, trailing by 3 runs, the Michigan Bulls ground into an inning-ending double play. And CC Armor, maybe the biggest defensive play of their season. And he swings through that one. Cody Trebellhorn, who came into pitch not too long ago, has taken his place in the lineup. The 0-2 pitch, that's in the dirt. 4 games to follow this one, as the first pitch for Game 2 here was supposed to be for 11 o'clock, but with the time of this game, that obviously will not happen, so look for a first pitch about a half hour after the conclusion of this one. As he skies this one into foul territory, ranging under in foul territory and making the catch for the first out of the inning. So the Michigan Bulls, if CC Armor is able to hang on, are not out of it yet. They are 1-1 and would need a win in their third game of pool play to move on, but they are not eliminated here with a loss by any means. Two-zero pitch. That's on the corner for a strike. Two-one pitch. And he pops this one up. And making the catch for out number 2. Nate Wallagora. So Jeremiah Sanchez stepping in now at the 2 hole with 2 down in the top of the 7th inning. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget, after the conclusion of this game, we will have interviews with the winning players and coach. So keep this link alive after the conclusion of the game, and we will have post-game interviews right up here in the press box. And he swings and shoots that one foul down the third base line, and it's going to get out of play. And got him looking, strike 3. So that will retire the side. Michigan Bulls one last shot to try and get this one, to try and extend this game. Down 3 heading to the bottom of the 7th. So Michigan Bulls 3 more outs to get 3 runs across and extend this game. And he saws that one off, foul out of play. And that hit him. So went up in on him, and he'll take first base. And foul back. And that's a shot to deep center field, chasing this one back all the way near the warning track, and he reels it in. As Casey Wood had to go out for that one near the warning track, but retires the first out of the inning. And that one's going to miss inside. So the Michigan Bulls down to their final 2 outs, trailing by 3 runs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And if CC Armor is able to hold on in this game, that would mean that both teams would go to 1-1 in pool play. On one pitch cut on and missed strike 2. And in there for strike 3. And now Michigan Bulls are down to their final out. And they have him in a rundown. Here's the throw to second, and he's not in time. So they had him picked off, but he beat the tag. And that one misses high. So back to the top of the order, and Jacob Yarberry trying to extend this game. As that ball misses high. With the potential tying run in Aiden Arbo, who has the only hit for Michigan waiting in on deck. 3-0 pitch, and that hits him. So that will, in fact, bring the tying run to the plate. And as mentioned before, the guy who has the only hit for Michigan today, there's a triple, the second at bat of the game. So Michigan has not had a hit since the first inning. And now we're going to have a mound visit. And that's going to be the afternoon. Pitching change coming up for CC Armor. 1 out away from closing this one out. So a new pitcher on the mound for CC Armor trying to close this one out. It's Boogie Patrick to get 1 out and keep the season alive for CC Armor. But he has a tough task. Aiden Arbo at the plate. And that one misses up high.
Jeez. All one word. Stadium 2016.
The 1-0 grounded over to shortstop. They go to second base, and that'll do it. CC Armor keeps their 2019 World Series run alive as they take down the defending champions here in round 2 of pool play. It only needed 2 hits, but it got it done. 4 runs, and they beat the Michigan Bulls 4-1, and we'll move on to 1-1 in pool play. Ladies and gentlemen, a reminder, please keep this live stream and this link up. We will take a short break, and we will be back with post-game interviews up here in the press box in just a little while. And welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Joined back up here in the press box by Jeremiah Sanchez and the winning pitcher today, Trevor Moore. And you guys took down the 2018 Mickey Mantle World Series champions, the Michigan Bulls, here to go to 1-1 in pool play. And Trevor, really sensational on the mound today. You had 9 strikeouts and really kept these Bulls hitters off balance. Take me through your mindset today.
My mindset was to help my team as best I could. We've always obviously struggled hitting, and we needed to pick it up on the mound, pick it up in the field. So I thought we did a pretty good job as a team coming out and shutting it down.
And Jeremiah, offensively, you guys were no hit through about 4 innings of play, and then once that 4th inning got going, you started to get some runs. What was your guys' mindset in the dugout to kind of stay focused and just keep chipping away?
I think just try to have a good at bat, quality at bat, and put the ball in play because we were getting no hit. So put the ball in play, good things happen.
And Trevor, when you're on the mound, you're facing obviously a tough Michigan Bulls team. You knew coming in that they were the defending World Series champion. Did that change your approach at all, or you just went out the same way each and every time?
I just went out the same way.
Same way. So this is kind of a question for both of you. This was a must-win game in a sense. You guys fell in yesterday's game, and now with a big victory here, 1-1 in pool play. We'll go Trevor and then Jeremiah. What's the mindset the rest of the way for you guys?
Mindset is keep the energy up and get the bat on the ball. I think that's the best way we can get our team back on track.
Yeah, it's like he said, just play hard every game, keep the energy up. That's all you can do.
And once again, Jeremiah Sanchez and Trevor Moore going to 1-1 in pool play with the victory here today, guys. Thanks for And we're joined now by head coach of CC Armor, Mark Johnson, and coach, obviously a huge one in this one. He took down the defending Mickey Mantle World Series champions and the Michigan Bulls. What was your team mindset coming into this game?
Well, our mindset was that we played very poorly yesterday, and this is a young team, but it's a good team. It's a talented team, and we knew that our back was against the wall. We also knew that if we didn't win this game, we were probably out of pool play at this point. We knew that we were going to have to try to put some pressure on and do some things that we could do. And that's, we tried to run the bases. We left a lot of guys on base because we couldn't finish the hitting part of it. But I think we did just enough on the bases and enough to put pressure on the pitchers that we were able to scrap out a couple of runs.
And this is going to be a lethal offense coming in for Michigan, but
Absolutely.
Trevor was on the mound, and he was fantastic. How impressed you with this present on this morning?
He's our best guy, without a doubt. We have a lot of kids that are good. Trevor's our best athlete. He's 15, but he's strong. He's got a good arm, and he's not afraid. He's very laid back, relaxed type guy. He doesn't show a lot of emotion, and I thought he did an outstanding job attacking. We had to try to get him out to save pitches as we were doing for several other guys. With the pitch smart rules, you gotta change your attitude. You're not gonna let guys finish games because they're not good for 4 more days or whatever. So we have to pay close attention to that. Just very, very pleased with the overall defensive play. I think that our base running was above average. I thought our hitting was below average. I'm not sure, but off the top of my head, I know we left at least 10 guys on. So we got to get better in that area, but we're still in it. And when you're still in it, I think it gives everybody an uplift to know, hey, we still got a chance to get into bracket play, and if we play well and do what we're capable of doing, one of these days we're going to come out and hit. And I don't know when, but it needs to come soon.
So you guys were getting no hit through 4 innings of play, and then finally in that 5th inning, everything started to come together. Did your guys' attitude change at all, you know, through that game to kind of, or what clicked for you in that fifth inning?
I honestly, I don't think it was the bats that clicked. It was that we tried to be more disciplined at the plate and tried to draw more pitches out of the pitching staff. I thought both pitchers on their part are good pitchers, but I thought they struggled with the strike zone a little bit. So we were trying to convince them that, hey, you got to take them deep into counts, and you got to take advantage of the pitches that they miss. So we stole a couple of bags. We also got some walks that were crucial for us where we needed walks. You know, we did a job of advancing our base runners to give them a chance to score. So in fairness to the Bulls, they're really a very well coached and a very, very good team. And we feel good that we were able to scrap this out.
So as you said, this is kind of a must-win game for you. It's almost impossible to be an 0-2 in pool play and move on. So you got a big victory today, 1-1. Your season's still alive as far as the potential to advance to the knockout round.
You're right.
What's the mindset the rest of the way?
Well, the mindset is we got to get better. And as I tell the kids all the time when we're together, our number one goal is to get better at getting better. You know, we got to get better at getting better. You have to analyze what you do in each game. And in those games, you got to say, what did we do well? What do we need to improve on? What do we step up and need to do? And we're doing well in 2 or 3 of the categories. We got to hit. We've got to hit. We pitched okay. We've got to hit. And I think base running we did okay. I think our defensive play was okay. I thought our base running and our how to win awareness stuff was okay. We've just got to step up and somehow start hitting the baseball. And I realize that the pitchers in here are good. You know, there's no question about it, particularly for their age bracket. So we're just excited to be here. We're looking forward to trying to play another game this afternoon. See if we can come out and be a little better than we were in the morning.
Well, head coach for CC Armor Baseball, Mark Johnson, congratulations again on the win. Thank you for the time.
Appreciate it.
As CC Armor, they conclude the day, wrapping up a 4-1 victory over the defending 2018 Mickey Mantle World Series Michigan Bulls to keep their season alive. That will conclude Game 1 of 5 here at Municipal Stadium, the host seed and host site for this year's tournament, the Overlook Black Sox, coming up next year at Municipal Stadium. First pitch about 20 minutes away.